Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the month of August 2015. I think I said it in one of your last videos. I could literally do these videos in about 30 seconds because, typically it's like there's one main message for every sign. Yours is coming in super strong this month. Your like main message that has to do with sticking to your path it is really what it has to do with, and you being very successful. So let's dive in. First card you have is the King of Hearts, which is a great card to have. It's a card of a hard worker, being a hard worker, also being very compassionate, people being compassionate to you. I feel like people are going to be very compassionate towards you, and you're going to be compassionate towards them. It's like a loving type of energy here. But this is a card of being very focused. Like I said, I feel like you have a very business, career type of focus this month about those things. And, pretty much nothing else. I think there's definite abundance for you in other areas. We'll get to that in just a second. But this guy, he is super focused. He knows exactly what he wants. It's interesting. It's another one of those months where I'm like, I wish I knew more, and I'm learning. But I wish I knew more about the astrology that's going on in general right now, like globally, worldwide, because this seems to be a very common message right now, which is to be very focused and to know exactly what you want. And that's different than knowing what you want. Knowing exactly what you want is just projecting yourself in the future and seeing exactly where you want to be in some sort of situation. This guy, he's laser-like focused, very focused on what he wants. Next, you have the Ace of Clubs, card of abundance in all things in your life. This is my favorite card in the deck. It represents abundance in, like I said, all areas, not just money, but money, friends, other people, love, spirituality. All of that is coming into you now. It's a very positive card. It represents, this is where, big things happen with this card. Big amounts of money come in. If you don't have love and you go out and you try to find love, you find love with this card. It's a very positive card. It brings with it a lot of success. And I think with the path that you are on, if you stay focused, you will be very successful this month. I think you'll get this reward. So it doesn't matter what that path is. Like I said, if you're on a path for love, if you're on a path for money, if you're on a path for a new business, a new job, I think you will be very successful. It's interesting because you have the Three of Diamonds next, which asks you to be a little bit flexible on this path. So that's a little bit of a confusing message, so let's clarify it. Like I said, this guy's very focused. He sees that end point. This card asks you to stay focused on that end point, but to be a little bit flexible on how you get there. Like, you might have an idea of how you're going to meet your perfect mate, or you might have the idea in your head of how you're going to start your business, or how you're going to increase your business if you already have one, or how you're going to do better at your job. But this card says don't become so focused on it that you are inflexible, that you can't kind of navigate obstacles. Sometimes when this card comes up, people just keep banging against walls because they don't know that all they have to do is just go around it. So it asks you to be this is a card of great intuition, which you already have. It asks you to be very smart, to use your ideas. You'll get a lot of ideas with this card. So if you experience an obstacle, use one of those ideas, or just take a breath and think about how you can work your way around the obstacle to get to that goal that you are laser-like focused on. Next, you have the Four of Clubs, which is about double checking. It's about taking your time. It's about making sure of things. Very similar. Just double checking that you are definitely headed in the right direction. So double check. Take your time. If people come along, this is a talk the talk, walk the walk kind of card. Make sure people don't just talk the talk. Make sure they really walk the walk. Make sure they do what they say. So if somebody says, if you're starting a business and somebody says, oh, I can help you do that, make sure they can actually do what they say. That's what this card says. It's not a negative card. It's just kind of like a little bit of not even a warning. It's just saying to do those things. So overall, with this card, alone, you have an amazing month ahead. Just make sure to stay focused and make sure to not be inflexible on your final goal, but get very clear on what you want that final goal to be, and you will have an amazing month. So thank you for watching.